Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back. Jamie here with Nathan, Dylan and Luke once again. And today we're talking about Bride of Chucky, released in 1998, 7 years after Child's Play 3. And I'm just going to say it right now, this is the best of the franchise. What does everyone else think?
Yeah, 100% agree with you.
Hands down. Next to Seed.
Oh, let me rephrase that one that we've seen so far, because, you know, we're not watching.
Oh, yeah, mate. Out of all of them so far. God sake.
Absolutely agree. Bride of Chucky so far is by far the most entertaining.
It's one of those movies that's so self-aware of itself, but it toes that fine line of being self-aware. Like, it doesn't go over the top. There's a lot of humor in it, but there's a lot of horror in it, and it just balances it perfectly.
Speaking of that, like the opening shot, we get inside the police station with the Michael mask, the Freddy glove, and Jason's in there as well. Chainsaw as well. Yeah.
Don't forget the tricycle from Saw that hasn't been released yet.
1998, 6 years before it came out, but you know.
Bastard, you stole my life.
The main character, well, one of them, Tiffany, we're introduced to her with Chucky's ex, and she slits the police guy's throat and gets the remains of Chucky doll from part 3 when he got cut up. This is probably the best looking Chucky of them all, man. The scarred up face, like barely put together. He's fucking.
He's overshined. He's outshined by the Bride of Chucky, Tiffany. That doll.
If Dylan would fuck a doll, it'd be that
Voice of an angel, some might say.
Are you talking about before or after the makeup? Like before she gets the makeover?
I mean, like before she becomes a doll.
Oh, I thought you meant the doll itself, because that's what I was talking
about.
The doll
is really nice. The doll is really nice.
We went from doll to actual people.
I'm just not into that kind of kink.
The doll was, the Bride of Chucky, in my opinion, was far more creepy looking than unscarred Chucky.
But it's that aesthetic, I think, of like, you know, a bride goth aesthetic, and then like the way she speaks puts you off, and how she's very kind, and then she can be very murderous. I think the whole package of Tiffany as a character really elevates this movie quite a bit.
So like we said, she's been searching for Chucky for 10 years, which, you know, it's been 10 years since the original at this point when this came out. So it sort of makes sense. But the thing I don't get, though, like, he talks about the heart of Damballa, don't he, when he comes back to life after it. Yeah. Well, let's talk about that first, that kill with that poser guy, and he rips his fucking ring out and just bleeds to death.
Yeah, and he suffocates him by sitting on the pillow.
Yeah, what is it? It's like, it's not the size that counts, it's what you do with it, asshole.
Yeah. Quality lines all throughout the film.
I was happy he died because he dropped do you know what they call an orgasm in French? It's like, no, mate, he's gotta go. Get your mans out of here.
Terrible tattoos as well.
But yeah, going back to that heart of Damballa thing, like, he says he needs it, and when they shot him down, he wasn't wearing that inside the original. That did not exist inside the original necklace.
Sure, like, we see him using something.
Nope.
I'm sure he had like a little chain or something.
Nah, just it's not around his neck. He says it's around his neck when he got shot, so it was on his dead body, right? It's not.
Yeah, but in the original, we don't really see him performing something. We don't see him doing.
No, but you see full body shots of him. Shit, there's no necklace there at all.
Yeah, but like it's hidden underneath his clothes.
Why didn't you get it in part 2 or 3 then? Why didn't you need the necklace then?
Because the other guy told him that he needs to do it to Thinger. But then I'm getting at some point in hell, Chucky learned that, oh no, he needs the heart of Thingy.
So you mentioned that then.
Anytime.
And also, like,
because let's not forget, later on he does say something.
But the reading from a Voodoo for Dummies book, like,
I know, but later on he does say something that
the rules are out the window at this point. The rules are out the window.
Your first sign was Voodoo for Dummies. That was your first flag to go. Maybe it's not going to have the best plot holes.
Maybe he read it when she left him earlier, and he like checked the book when he went, oh shit.
It's not the fact that he didn't read the bock, it's the fact that the book exists in the first place, like Voodoo for Dummies, and it works, and it's just, it's just on bookstores or whatever for you to buy.
Boys, you're adding logic to a fucking horror film.
No, you're trying to add logic, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, but I was using the logic within the film.
Oh my god. Let's move on. But before we move on to what I got to mention the soundtrack, like, this is fucking amazing soundtrack. Like.
That's out to one of the best rock metal songs to be released ever. It hits. Fucking Living Dead Girl by Rob Zombie.
Yeah,
fits amazing. So well because it's just Tiffany
True.
who
You'd think
is
it was written
obsessed
for a
with
fucking
her.
film, wouldn't you? But
Yeah.
it fits that
mate.
good.
Well, it wasn't just that. The songs throughout the film
Yeah, true.
Oh,
are
good.
genuinely
Best soundtrack.
amazing.
Yeah.
They definitely put money towards it.
Mm.
This was like the start when they started using more like instead of something wrong, like they use mainstream songs in films to like set a tone instead of like your orchestra sets what they would get to add the music in.
So the main
music-
characters we got inside this film is Jade and Jesse in it, and they're like they're just finishing high school, aren't they? I guess because she's living with her uncle, isn't she? Until she's 18.
Who's the
I think it's the
is
last
it
year.
The
Yeah,
chief
last year.
police or like the commissioner?
Yeah, he's higher up,
something
and
like
he's
that.
obviously corrupt because he's planting evidence and fucking getting his mate to pull him over for no reason and all that.
Yeah.
Big ass nose.
Needle nose.
Needle mouse.
But I think the characters are all right. Like they're not annoying, are they? You know what I mean?
The supporting actors were actually, well, considering most of them weren't kids.
Yeah,
or
no
young
kids in
adults.
this one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like the acting was definitely better than all of them. Well,
Mhm.
better than up to now.
Yeah.
They weren't annoying. The Jesse and
Jade. Yeah.
Jade. You know, like I'm happy I never saw them
really
again,
liked
but they was good. Yeah,
Mm.
they were likable.
Sure.
They weren't someone I would want to see again, but I definitely because the main characters were Chucky and Tiffany. They were.
Yeah. But they set them up good. Like they had to get out of there. They had a reason to be on the run and go to the cemetery or whatever. Which Chucky and Tiffany need a human person to drive them there. They can't just fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, the internal conflict was good as well, where they didn't realize if it was one or the other who
Oh,
was
yeah.
committing the crimes.
Yeah.
Obviously, before they found out that the dolls were alive.
That's another positive of the film. Like they're alive throughout the whole film. You get Chucky and Tiffany. There's no like build up. It's just pretty much instant, really, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that like half an hour. They don't want blues me. The doll's alive. Sad noises. They're just there. They are there.
I think it was like a 10-minute build up from obviously Tiffany killing the police officer to reassembling Chucky, and then a bit of storyline for was it Jade? What's her name? Then Jade and
Jade. Yeah, and I forgot because you got the third guy, hadn't they, who's like pretending to be a boyfriend, but then
Yeah.
Oh, I think his name was David or something.
yeah, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, David.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the part he played as well.
Yeah,
Obviously,
sure.
Before he met his untimely demise.
Amazing kill though.
That's
Amazing.
before we get to that. Let's talk about the honeymoon first, like
kill.
with the bed. Like I think that's a really
Oh
good kill.
my
And
God.
Tiffany throws
Yeah.
the champagne bottle up to the glass, and it all comes down on those.
Just the whole cinematics of it, like when they look up to the glass ceiling and see Tiffany
Tiffany
stood
looking
there.
up.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
that moment when they realise like, oh shit, the doll's alive.
Yeah.
So it makes Tiffany look like a smarter kill than Chucky, because Chucky would have just jumped in, stab, where Tiffany was like, nah, I can get this.
No,
to do
she's a bit more
all the
modern,
work.
isn't
Oh
she?
yeah, she even says it like, are you super glued with that knife on your hand or whatever? Like she.
What would Martha Stewart
Yeah,
think?
what would Martha Stewart do?
Oh, who the fuck is Martha Stewart?
And even like the what's the police guy in it with the needle, not the needles, the pins, and he's like, oh, that looks
Oh,
familiar,
yeah,
like the
yeah.
pinhead
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah,
was
that's
so-
where my theory comes in.
But that's like Nathan saying, like Tiffany's definitely more smarter. She's trying to get him to be more innovative and use different shit.
Yeah.
Chucky's more ruthless, but Tiffany's smarter.
Definitely. Yeah.
Like
You
it
can
shows
tell.
in the end thing.
Yeah,
Well,
you can
yeah.
tell that he's more of like just a compulsive killer, where she's more calm and calculated.
Oh yeah, needle nose.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, with Chucky crawling.
Oh, the crawling!
He
Oh
sees
my
the stone
god!
again, and he puts the finger. Up.
Yeah.
Creepy ass doll.
Well, yeah, it just leads to
Spoiler,
David's getting
okay.
killed, and he finds the body and steps out on the road, and he gets taken out by the truck.
Makes him look dumb as anything. Let me back out of this truck onto the freeway.
True, I guess it was just the shock because they pull the guns, don't they? The dolls, they pull the guns.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just
Yeah.
the shock of that.
No, fair
This is the
point.
funniest part.
Yeah.
I think I would also
Real.
react.
I'd walk into a motorway if dolls pulled pieces on me.
And started talking.
At that point, Satan's involved. I'm taking the easy way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Chucky's like outside the back of the van shooting while the cops chasing.
Oh
him.
yeah. And he's just laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
He screams so much in this movie, Chucky. Like things scare him so much in this film.
But like, they're going to the cemetery, aren't they? Because you have to get his body with the necklace.
That was
Yeah,
never
they're in
there.
another,
That
they're in
was
another
never there.
vehicle now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they get into the RV, don't they? And they're fucking
Yeah.
This is the perfect setup for something they set up earlier on. This is like
with the cooking and all
What-
that. Yeah.
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 This
Because
makes
Tiffany says,
sorry.
a line earlier to Jesse, like, if you find a woman who's willing to cook and clean for you, the least you can cook a meal for you, the least you can do is clean the plates. So at this point, this is where like Jesse becomes a smart survivor and realizes, oh,
No, they
I've got a
both do
moment
because they look at each other and they both decide to play him, don't they?
Yeah.
yeah, which is like the best way to deal with Tiffany and Chucky. They're constantly wanting to kill each other
Sure.
at some point.
And he's turning them against each other, so they start arguing. And he's like, "Where did you learn how to bake?"
Yeah.
She throws the cookies at him. That's when she says, "Oh fuck, Martha Stewart, Martha Stewart can kiss."
But what Martha Stewart did?
Yeah. Then Tiffany gets kicked into the oven,
Oh yeah, kicked into the oven, yeah. And Chucky goes,
Yeah.
"No!"
and then he gets booted out of the
He just gets booted
window.
out the window. He's just with the good shoot. And of course, that caused them to, go off the road and fucking crash.
Is that where it leads to the cemetery?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Tiffany's
Yeah.
like first she gets out of the oven, then she's all burnt to fuck.
She all fucked up.
All fucked up.
Chucky's not the only one who gets fucked up beside the series. Tiffany does as well.
They've both been
Definitely.
burnt together now.
Aww.
Match made in
Yeah.
hell. So yeah, Chucky takes Jade hostage, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he takes Tiffany. I love how he just grabs her and she's just like, ow, ow, ow.
Oh,
He's
dragging her
trying
by
to
her
get
hair.
It's every footstep. Ow, ow, ow.
Oh, what we didn't mention is that meanwhile, like the police had found like Chucky's fingerprints, well, Sally Ray's fingerprints. So they're
Oh, yeah.
examining his body.
They found the lighter
when
from the
she-
beginning when she kills the
Yeah.
police officer.
So when they go into the cemetery, that's why the body's already dug up. Like
Yeah,
shoots the guy.
He shoots the guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we get to the epic fight scene,
Oh yeah, because they trade each other, don't they? They trade Tiffany for the Jade.
which is really sad, to be honest.
Like when they're walking slowly. It's
Yeah,
like
because Tiffany has spent 10 years of her life while he's been running around being a little scamp. She's been looking for him. And now that she's finally got him in a state where they're both equal, she's realizing, yo, Chucky's been a dickhead. And this guy, who we were going to take over, has done everything in his power to get his girl back. Why the fuck am I walking back to Chucky?
That's
And then
what Chucky's
kill
doing
them.
as well. Like Chucky's like throughout this movie, you do see that he does love Tiffany in a sense.
He stabbed her.
Yeah, but like he still
Well,
loves her. Like when
she
she got kicked
stabs
in,
him first.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Because he's a little dickhead.
Yeah, but like
like
they're gonna
earlier on in the
transfer
film
and
when
then
they're
she-
arguing. Yeah, earlier in the film they're arguing. He does love her because they say, "Oh, I'm thinking about it." He goes, "Oh yeah, no, actually, I do love you." And then later on, when she gets kicked in the oven, is about to get burned. He screams, "No!" Like
Yeah,
he
he
is.
has a reaction to that. Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? Like he does. In his own twisted way, Chucky does care.
Yeah.
We completely forgot all about it. They have sex, don't they? Chucky
Oh.
and Tiffany.
I mean, honestly,
remember?
I remembered. I've been trying not to get us on it.
Oh, right. Oh, we have to mention it 'cause it comes up.
We don't.
We do.
We don't
It's an
have to
important
talk
plot
about
point.
it. It's not a plot point.
It
is.
It's not a good one.
That's what I said. Like when we were watching it, how many of these lines were improv? Because that was just too funny to be.
Oh yeah, the
Someone
whole
could-
rubber thing. Yeah.
I'm made of rubber.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, they end
the
up
only-
fighting, don't they? At the end with Tiffany. She's like Nathan was saying. She ends up like realizing how bad Chucky is, so she stabs him. Obviously, they don't kill him, but he pretends he's dead for a second, and then he hits with the shovel, and that's when the fight starts.
I'm really upset it wasn't the toy shovel from number 2. Just saying. Wish it was that one.
And is this when like they knock him into the
The grave, yeah.
The
Wait.
grave.
and this is where like, he falls into his own body. He starts-
He starts screaming.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Which is a legitimate scream because I think we all would.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? Like your own
and then like they
body.
pull a ladder up, and he's just running around screaming.
Yeah, he's like, let me out, let
What
me
is-
out.
Now was that like did they have like a small person?
Yeah, when
You
you
know,
when it's the over the top shots, when it's looking down, that's when it's the small people in
But it-
costumes. But when it's everything
looks
else,
really
it's
good, that.
animatronics. Yeah, because there's obviously some shots you can't do with animatronics. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's better than CGI, much better.
So much better than
Definitely.
CGI.
Then my favorite line comes up.
Go on, do it.
I'll be back. I always come back. Dying is such a bitch.
I love the sigh that he does before he says "dying such a bitch." He's like he realizes how much it's gonna like.
Yeah, but I think in this movie adds to like his realization towards the end of the second movie, which we'll get to when we get to it.
The second
The
movie
second
has
movie,
it.
Yeah, Seed of Chucky.
You-
Because this is when it starts becoming child's play. Switch.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
right, yeah, it's the Chucky.
No,
yeah,
no, he had to point.
You have a point, yeah. True.
Just saying, 9 months went really quick.
Oh, yeah.
Considering
Voodoo.
like maybe
Voodoo
2 days.
pregnancy.
About
No,
to
don't
say,
they
they
mention-
have murderous dolls.
I think they mentioned it in Seed
Yeah,
of
they
Chucky.
do
don't
mention
Something
it,
like
yeah.
that. It's weird how this movie like fixes some continuity errors and then just goes, yeah, this heart thing we need.
We're not looking for logic, we're looking for laughs.
Oh, wait, shit, no, I got one here. When they're in the van, you know, before it crashes, and it's like, Chucky goes, if it was a movie, it would take 2 or 3 sequels just to get it right. It's just
Yeah.
such a good line.
I'm not saying it's self-aware, but this movie is a little bit self-aware.
Oh, yeah. It's in the right
I
delivery
want
sense, though.
no-
It holds the line. It's not completely, like, you know. Right, so overall, everyone, what would you give it, like, rating-wise? I'm going to just say it straight away, and this is 9 out of 10 for me. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's probably the best of the franchise.
Okay, definitely.
I'm gonna give it a 7. No, it's good. It's best one so far.
Such a chill.
Oh, it's not your favorite, is it?
I'm sorry that I am frigid with my reviews. I'm not just some common whore throwing out 5-star matches.
I'd probably give it a 9 as well, to be fair. It was definitely the best of the series, like you said, but it wasn't perfect. But I don't think it was ever intended to be perfect. Because it's a bit of a splice in between comedy and horror.
So next week we'll be reviewing Seed of Chucky, which I think we're all going to be a little bit decisive on that. I have a feeling at least 2 of us will probably like it and 2 are going to hate it. So make sure you tune in for that. Check everyone's social media links down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, peace out in a bit.